right, created to motivate here. Hello, people of God. I just want to say welcome to another uplifting and encouraging word to help you move along in your Christian life and keeping the faith and looking to the hills and holding your head up and pulling your shoulders back and say, I got this through the help of God. I'm going to get through this and everything's going to be all right. Nothing is going to be impossible to you if you stand on faith and you trust and lean on the promises of God. So I appreciate you all for tuning in to my channel every week. I appreciate it. I really do from the bottom of my heart. And may God keep you and bless you and your family always. Well, my topic today is acknowledge your mountain. Let me begin. In Mark 9:24. Immediately, the father of the child cried out and said it with tears, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. You know, we got to move beyond what we see at this point. And Jesus was talking about mountains being moved. I mean, no, not literally. You know, no man can push a mountain with his two hands. But in the spiritual, you can according to your faith. So be it done. Finish and complete. But you have to believe it. So James 1:8 said, don't be like the double-minded man who's unstable in all his ways and think he's going to get something from God. Not going to happen. And the reason for that is he's unstable. And if he's unstable, then he's unsettled. And if he's unsettled, now he's questioning, should I do this or should I do that? Second guessing himself. So see where God put a period. And we all want to put a question mark. Leave it alone. So we got to stand firm in our faith. So Hebrews 11:6 said, without faith, the Bible tells us it's impossible to please God. Faith is what moves him. It moves God into the impossible situation, something our mind could never fathom. So he that come to God must believe that he is a rewarder to them that diligently seek him. Well, because sometime in our life we had the high points and the low point mountains. But regardless, faith is required. Yeah, well, what do you mean? Well, sometimes people have custody hearings. They have lawsuits, high paying position they trying to complete. And they have to go to court and they want it to work in their favor. Or they need a raise. Whatever the situation may be. Again, it requires faith. And we know that God has our back front. And he's going to work it out in his timing. Mark 9:24 again said, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. So like I said, some things just seem to us like it's humanly impossible. But he knows how to work it out and when to work it out. See, we definitely need the help of God to climb over these situations or to keep the faith to get over the situation or to get over that wall or that fence or, oh my God. And we need that impossible faith to accomplish the task at hand. Well, sometimes we go through life and we're going to have things that's going to be devastating to us or it's going to be hard for us. But we can do this. We can get through it. You may have to shed a few tears, but God understands the tear language as well. And it took me a while myself to understand the principle. And that principle was having a mustard seed of faith. And sometimes we just don't have the mustard seed of faith. And then it takes time. Now you got to go back to the drawing board. And sometimes we don't have strength to even conquer or climb the mountain. But the amazing thing about it is you don't have to climb it. You just remain in faith. Be still and know that he's God. And again, like I said, yes, eventually it happened for me. But no, it wasn't suddenly. You know, and you'd have mountains of business when you're trying to, conquer a business, open up a business rather, and you're going to have some confusion. You're going to have a lot of paperwork, and it's going to be daunting and tasking. But it has to be done because you need your license, your LLC license to even run a business if you want to run a legitimate business. And then you have mountains of ministry. That people appear to be your friend or they appear to like you in your face. And when as soon as you turn your back, immediately you turn your back, they want to discredit you or talk about you or pull you down or discredit your character. And that can be in family, friends. It can be on the job. It can be anywhere. But it's in the ministry. It's definitely in the church. And that can be, like I said, and it happens all the time. Nothing new under the sun. And then there's mountains of dealing with difficulty people. Issues pertaining on your job or you may go to job on Monday feeling fine and Tuesday Next thing you know, the boss come to you and said, I got to let you go. I got to have to demote you, or they give you a pink slip. We just never know. These are different mountains. That's just to name a few. Let me keep on. Well, we have challenges and disadvantage that may isolate us. And when they isolate us, it triggers, floods of fear or drought and disappointments. So, it seems like we're just riding down a slippery slope. And sometimes when you're riding down that slippery slope, you'll fall. Just, because there's no rope holding you up and there's no bridge to cross. And it could be boulders standing right in front of you. And you just don't know how you're going to get past it. Well, like I said, if you don't keep the faith, you will stumble along the way. And when you start stumbling emotionally and spiritually, you become depleted. But through the word of God, it's obtainable, always possible, and yet reachable with his help. Let me keep going. And remember this. If you try to go and do it on your own spirit or your own strength, your own mind, now you start losing sleep. Now you begin to lose your appetite and become nauseated and have headaches and lack of energy and exhaustion. So when trials come, it can be very, very difficult trying to even walk or stand up. Yet you're smiling on the outside, but hurting on the inside. So take God at his word. Have faith in God and keep the faith, knowing that he is a rock in a weary land, knowing that he is your father that will never leave you or forsake you. He said, I am your protector. I'm your keeper. I'm your everything. Nothing like him. There's no one like him. Because he never sleeps, nor does he slumber. He's a shelter in the time of a storm. He's that wheel in the middle of a wheel. He's that bridge over troubling water. He's my hill in the midnight hour. He's my friend when I need him. So joy coming in the morning. We just have to hold on to it and believe it. So he's that shed upon a right hand. So we can look to him. He's everything we need him to be. Trust him because he is that amazing grace and he has the sweetest sound. Yes, he does. And he is that eye opener and that door of escape. He will make a way out of no way, even in the wilderness. How great is your God? Now, don't you forget to go ahead and look to God, trust God, lean on God, no matter what you're going through. This is created to motivate. I don't talk too much. This is, again, created to motivate. Don't you forget to hit that bell and that like button and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Be blessed.